What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Payne. Welcome back to another Reverse 1999 video. All right, guys, December 7th is a big day for a lot of different games. Reverse 1999 is actually having version 1.2 drop, which is huge for a lot of people, obviously because it introduces Tooth Fairy and then eventually Changeling, which is going to change the meta quite a bit. And they're going to introduce a couple more different features that we're looking forward to. So let's go through all this and talk about what's going to be happening in 1.2. So the first thing is Winter Warmth. We're going to be getting ourselves 14 free Unilogs. So 14 free summons, single summons, obviously, where we can multi with 10, which is very generous. Sign-in event Winter Warmth will be available in the version 1.2, divided into part 1 and part 2. In this event, a total of 14 Unilogs can be claimed for free. So it's not going to be all up front. I'd imagine it's going to be spaced out within the 14 days. So expect to get those as you play the game, and make sure you're logging in to take advantage of that, obviously, when it does drop. Now, this next one is really, really important. I think something a lot of people have been asking for, and kind of be careful what you wish for kind of scenario here for me personally, because auto battles have been really crap lately in most games. So I do play manual most of the time, but it's encouraging with what they've written here. So let's read what they wrote. Auto combat now available in version 1.2. We will introduce the auto battle feature. Once activated, characters will automatically use various incantations and ultimates. Players can still intervene in the battle at any point to get expected battle results. We will keep optimizing the auto battle feature to ensure a relaxing and efficient gaming experience. And that last part is really important to me. It's the optimization of the battle system as the game continues going so they can make it more efficient, right? Most gaming gacha companies don't do that. They create an auto battle system, and it is what it is. We have a simple formula in place, and that's what it just strictly follows. I like two things here. Number one, the fact that we can intervene at any time, which is very important. And number two, the fact that it actually uses ultimates. Many auto battle systems don't use ultimates on the player's behalf. The player actually has to intervene and click the ultimate. So I like the fact that it's actually going to be using it. I'm curious to see how intelligent it is, if it knows when to use it, or if it's just up, it just uses it automatically, and in what order, right? So for example, let's just say you're using Twin Sleeps and they do Nightmare. Does it do Nightmare first and then attacks that same unit with other people waking it up? Or does it do Nightmare last, knowing that the buff itself is actually staying on the opponent if it doesn't get touched? So those are some very important things to note, and I'm curious to see how they handle that. So very, very interested to see how auto battle works. Version 1.2, they're also going to allow you to hide the UI option on the homepage. You guys can see here, Sonita is without all the UI stuff. This is actually good for content creators specifically, or anyone who wants wallpapers, right? So for us who do thumbnails, getting rid of the extra noise in the background is much easier than to have to do it ourselves. So kudos to them. This is a simple one, but actually pretty useful for a lot of folks. And like I said, if you like wallpapers, this is the perfect time to take a snapshot, set a wallpaper, and you're good to go. All right, there's a couple more things, guys. Number 4, optimizing combat replay feature. We optimize the replay and replay feature overwritten functions. Players are free to choose if they want to overwrite records regardless of the rounds consumed. So you guys can see here, it actually tells you on the top in this picture how many rounds have been done and if it's consumed or not, and if you actually want to replace it. So you can replace or not, it's up to you. Support more resolution on PC. So this one's a pretty important one. A lot of people are playing it on the PC, not just mobile. So if you are a PC player, the resolution itself is going to be picked back up, so you can actually play at a higher resolution and have much, much nicer graphics. This game's already beautiful as it is, so even better. System and UI enhancements. Besides, we have optimized our system and UI design. For instance, I don't know why they wrote besides. I think this is somebody who English isn't maybe their first language. I don't know. Optimized the filtering feature of the character display interface, introducing character filtering by tag. So that's actually a pretty important one, because I think the filtering system is too simple, right? There should be things like support, DPS, etc., right? So I like that they're adding more to the filtering system, because that plays a pretty major part in talking about teams and reviewing characters, etc., right? Optimizing the interaction and display of certain interfaces, such as the entry reminder of Atlas. So one thing I think they do need to make a little bit better is the sign-in. Sometimes the sign-in is completely missed. That should be something that's just right in the front of the page instead of you having to do it when you log in. There's like a little sign-in option. They should just put it right in the front and make you just get the rewards instantly. I don't know about you guys, but for some reason mine was bugged once and I missed one, and it just messed up my whole month. Optimize the interaction of artificial somnambulism and prompt text. Okay, whatever that is, we'll have to see and find out. Added the display of bond level when placing the characters in wilderness. That one's really, really important. I think that one's a really good one, because I would love to see the bond level and how close I am to completing somebody, so I can either remove them or add them or put them in a fight and finish their bond level up. I think that one there is going to be pretty critical for the growth and easy way to get clear drops. Optimize the logic of claiming one's bond maxed out in wilderness. The max icon won't show again after the initial prompt of bond maxed out. The max icon won't show again after the initial prompt of bond maxed out. I like that they showed it though. If I'm reading this correctly, so when you max out a character, it'll say maxed, right? So you click on that character, you can remove them, replace them, etc., right? If you forget to, it'll still say max. I'm curious if this means they're just going to remove that icon. I'd rather see it personally if that's the case. But anyways, optimize the interaction in wilderness to improve the editing experience. I mean, listen, it's very simple. It's a super simple editing tool. I don't think it needs to be added more into it. I think it's pretty straightforward. And also, we're committed to continually bringing more content and a better gaming experience to all players. As a token of our gratitude, the dev team will be preparing a special reward of jar of Picrasma candy times 5. Just note that's already been sent to us. And also remember that those are a limited time. They actually do have an expiration date, so make sure you're using that when you can. So there you guys go. December 7th, pretty big deal. So not only are we going to get ourselves all of these updates, but we're also getting ourselves 2 new characters, right? And if you don't know what the characters are, that's going to be, if they're following the same path, that is at least, they're going to be right here. Let me just go close. Where is that? 1.2, 1.2. Here we go. Tooth Fairy and Changeling. Okay, so on December 7th to January 11th, we're going to be getting this entire banner. So 6 days from now, expect Tooth Fairy, Cornbloom, and Bloony to drop there. And then 27 days and 9 hours from now will be Changeling, Necro, and Horopedia. So the one thing to remember as well, though, this may change at any time, right? The main banners will be the same, but anything in between may change. They've been changing it all along. So here's my plan of attack. I'm trying to build a really good poison team, so I'm going to be going for Changeling. I'm going to ignore Tooth Fairy for now, because as a free-to-play, you don't really have the option of going for both. You pick one or the other, right? Whichever is more important to your account. So personally, I'm going to be going for Changeling for the poison team, because I think poison will be more viable as meta, like probably for longer. Crit can change pretty quickly, so I think poison is probably going to be the way to go for me. All right, guys, this is Payne. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Take care.